welcome to VCode's 100 Days of Coding Challenge. Today is day 6 and let's see the question number 1. So the question is, write a Java program to check if a given number is positive or negative. So the input format must be an integer number n and the output must be positive if n is positive, negative if n is negative and 0 if n is 0. So let's see what is positive, negative and 0 and how to implement it. So positive and negative numbers, we have explored this topic a lot of times. So in generally we have number line, right? So this is our number line and here is the 0. So all the numbers to the right of this number line are greater than 0. So which means if the number is n, so n is greater than 0. So that means all the numbers are positive. If the numbers are left of this number line, that means all the numbers are less than 0. There is n less than 0 and they are called negative. This concept is clear, right? And this is 0. So how do we implement this in Java? So here we use something called conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? We'll first find if some condition is true or false, and if it's true, we will implement some statement. So they are if, else if and else, if or else statements. So first of all, we will write if and here we will write the condition. And now if this condition is true, we will implement whatever statement is written inside these curly braces, and if it is false, we will go to the next statement and that would be else if, and again we will find if some statement is true or false and we will do that particular statement. Even if this is also false, now what we have to do? We have to do else, and that would be the final step. So here we will write else. So here there won't be any condition and we will directly write the statement. So this is the basic structure. So first this code block would be performed. So here this condition, so this condition here in this question would be if it is n greater than 0 or n less than 0, or to check if n is equal to 0, we use something called comparison operator. So equal to equal to. So this is not like we are assigning this to 0, but this is checking if n is equal to 0. So these all will return Boolean values. Boolean means either true or false. So if this returns true, if this is there in here and if it returns true, then the statement inside this curly braces would be implemented and the code will break here and the execution will finish. If this is not true, if the statement is not true, the execution goes to this code block and now it will check again the condition in this part. If that is true, this code block will be implemented, the statement will be implemented and the code will stop executing. If this condition is again false, finally it will go to this part, the implementation will go to the else part and directly the statement will be executed because there is no condition written here. So this is the basic syntax of how we will perform if and else conditions, and this is the conditional statements. So now let's see how the code runs. So first of all, let's create the Java file. So we can give any name to the Java file. I'll give numberline.java. So now let's write the main method. So public static void main and string args. So, firstly we have to take the number input. So, for that let me create the scanner object. So, scanner, let the object name be OB and new scanner and system.in. So, let me declare the variable int n ob.nextInt. So, first of all we need to check, we have to write the conditional statements, right. So, let me give the first statement as, let me check if it is equal to 0 and equal to 0, and if it is equal to 0 I have to print that the number is 0. So, let me write the print statement, number is 0. So, if this n equal to 0 is false, it will go to the next step, else if n greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, I want to be printed that number is positive. If both the statements are false, I want a print statement that number is negative, right. It makes sense. If number is not 0 and positive, it must be definitely negative. So, that is it. So, that is it for this one. Here I have to give capital L, and finally I have to close the object. So, let us run the file, control plus backtick opens terminal, and now I will write java c numberline.java, and now the code has compiled successfully, java numberline. So, let me give the input of 0. So, you have got the output, number is 0. So, let me run the file again. I will directly click the upper arrow in the keyboard. So, it will go to here, and now I will click enter. So, now I will give the input of some 6. I have got the output that number is positive. So, let us see another example. Let me run it again. Let us give some negative number this time. So, look at this. I have got number is negative. So, it is simple. This is just conditional statements and implementation of it, and we have successfully found if number is positive, negative or 0. That is it for this video. Do join the WhatsApp group to get more updates on the week code's 100 days of coding challenge. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching.